Well, first I have a question for you. I wonder how good was Posterchild?
How good was it?
Yeah, was it good?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was I don't know. It was just kind of like, I don't know. It seemed like we were learning how to do like cave drawings or something, you know.
And what is the stage you're in now then?
Oh, we're probably, you know, in the Renaissance at some point, you know. It was just, everything seemed really fun and primitive and really just kind of, you know, kind of free form, freewheeling good time.
Okay. And well, you're releasing 2 albums this year?
Well, I guess so. I mean, there was a sort of compilation record that came out and some reissues, and then this new record will be coming out in August.
And well, let's first then talk about well, the first album now, the decline of the country in the Western civilization.
Yeah.
Well, how come? Why are you bringing this out? What is the?
I think the record companies wanted to do that. I don't know. I guess you'd have to ask them really why they did that. I'm just guessing that they just were anxious to have something out by us, and it seemed like to them a good idea to put it out now. I guess we've been making records for a while, and they were originally, that idea was supposed to be like bonus tracks for the reissues, but the guy at the record label, he sort of liked it as a record by itself, because I just sent him the tracks, and he was going to put them on the different reissues as bonus things, and so instead of that, he decided just to make it as a sort of compilation of like all the kind of 7-inch records we'd made, and stuff that maybe is a little harder to find.
But did you like the idea then, or?
Well, I mean, for me, that's the kind of thing I think, you know, we should do. I'm kind of old-fashioned, I guess. I think that's, you know, wait till the artist dies or something to do that, you know, as opposed to, you know, while they're living. But that's not always the case anymore. I mean, it just felt strange, you know.
Yeah?
A little bit.
And what did it tell you then? Going through the songs and...
Well, I got a sense of some sort of, you know, passage of time, really, and you can see sort of a slow growth in what we sounded like as a band, and how people approached their instruments, and how we got more confident, you know, playing music.
But do you have an example of a song, or maybe of a few songs that you say, well, that song we were just...
I mean, the way I looked at it was basically all the songs as a whole, and how they just, the sound changed. I mean, an example of great change is it's just a way that they're put together in like a chronological order, so you see this sort of aging process, or, you know, growing process. So I don't think any one song on its own is an example of that, because you have to look at everything as a whole. But that's just how I look at the record. I mean, because we were making singles, we were making these songs that were, you know, meant to be an A-side and a B-side, you know. They weren't necessarily meant to be a hit single or anything like that, but in our minds the idea was to make like miniature records, so that they weren't something that were part of a full-length record that we released. They may have been a song that was on that record, but wasn't that version of it, or something like that. Something so that they were sort of little records on their own. You know.